Hello world, this is Baron Robin, and I'm going to show you a game of Hearts of Iron. This has been requested by a very good friend of mine, who knows that I love the game, and I'm going to show you how I play. And I think I play somewhere between optimal and very much immersed, and I'll definitely not make optimal decisions. I'll make decisions because I like making them. Um, so I'm playing on elite difficulty. As you can see, that hurts the political power quite a bit. And oh yeah, I've also set all the opposing powers, but also the allies, to have one tick of difficulty. So that means that the Soviet Union has boosted itself quite a fair bit. The United States have boosted themselves and so forth. I am obviously playing with Germany. And as you can see, the Soviet Union has just declared war on me. I'll run you through what has happened, because we are now in November 1942. And quite a fair bit has happened, and not everything as I intended. Which is only good, right? So, maybe to show you a bit of history. What I tried to do, my intention was to fabricate on Denmark and Switzerland, and have quite an early Atlantic wall, moving into France from Switzerland, and being able to already lock down the what's the strait called? The Danish belts. It didn't really did not really go according to plan, as I at the right at the end, when I had finished fabricating on Switzerland, I decided to go for Anschluss, which made the Allies guarantee Switzerland. So rather than starting a new game, I opted for the immersion, saying, right, okay, let's roll with the dice and accept that we're not going to invade Switzerland. And therefore we waited. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of time between any of my major actions, anyway. And I waited for Italy to become a little bit aggressive and to join the Axis. So they've joined the Axis quite a while ago, and I've been boosting them with materials. And so when Italy joined the Axis, that was more or less synced with my formulating on Switzerland. In the end, we did invade Switzerland and move into France and take over France. In the Balkan, actually, stuff went quite well. We demanded Slovenia and went down the route to the fate of Greece, which resulted in Greece joining us. They are now the National Union of Greece, and they're fascist, and they're not in all wars yet. Only Bulgaria is quite neutral. And what I did end up doing is defend Hungary, as Hungary was fascist right from the start, right? And they were attacked by Romania, and then I could call them into the Axis. I defended Hungary, claimed a bit of land for Hungary, and then when the war ended, created a puppet regime in Romania, and they are now providing a nice amount of oil. As well as, of course, they are now more or less holding the line. One of the advantages of the late start is that nationalist Spain, which won thanks to the aid of German Air Force and Italian Air Force, have now joined the Axis and taken over Portugal to provide us with the very much required tungsten. So I would say we're actually in a good shape, albeit Africa is looking a bit dire. But I've not done nothing to help the Italians here. Basically left them up to left them up to themselves. And I'm building rocket facilities in France in order to shoot at Great Britain. And the most important thing is obviously the war with the Soviet Union. I've basically waited for them to declare on me. They have quite a significant air force, larger than mine. I'm fielding 8.5K planes. They are fielding roughly a similar amount of planes, I would say. But I'm obviously also trying to keep the Allies more or less at bay in the English Channel and in various other regions. I suppose I could actually take a few fighters from the Iberian Peninsula and move them over. And now, one thing I've not done yet is call in Japan, because Japan has right from the start failed to make any impact. They're on 263 divisions, which is decent, but their economy is pretty much the same as it starts out with, relatively weak. And China has been keeping them at bay, and I don't see them make any major breakthrough anytime soon. Having said that, I do think the Russian line also looks moderately weak, albeit they have some armored divisions which I doubt the Japanese will be able to deal. But at least it gives the Russians an additional front, which I may need, as you can see, because actually they've pushed into Russia. Maybe one last thing to mention before I actually press play is Poland. Poland was fabricated on by Russia and the Soviet Union, I should say. And well, they fell. I tried to actually boost them a little bit, but I guess that with the additional tick of difficulty for the Soviet Union, they were able to steamroll Poland very, very convincingly. And I also gave up Prussia. Seeing the amount of divisions the Soviet Union has, I think it was a better idea not to attack them. So in the next episode, I will actually hit the play button.